Hey, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok, and wow, things are really going badly here in Thailand. And yet, the Prime Minister, Prayut Chan-o-cha, came out yesterday and said that he believes the virus will be easing and things will get better in the next 2 to 3 weeks, at most 4 weeks. Now, I don't know how he figures this is going to happen because the numbers have been rising steadily and they don't show any signs of decreasing. And the number of vaccines are not increasing dramatically. It's still, the Thai population has only been vaccinated, fully vaccinated, uh, under 6%. And so I don't believe things are going to get better until Thailand starts taking possession of all their vaccine deliveries. And this is not scheduled to happen until the end of this year, possibly the first quarter of next year. So it doesn't look good. And I don't know how he's so optimistic, or if he's just doing this to make the people feel better. I just don't understand it. And I can tell you that I've read page after page after page of different forums, and nobody agrees. Okay, and that is both Thais and Westerners and foreigners, foreign expats, tourists. None of them believe that things will be better in 2 to 3 weeks, and even 4 weeks. Personally, I think this quasi lockdown, let's just call it a lockdown. First, I hear the lockdown is going to get even more strict. There will be absolutely nobody going across provincial lines, and that people are not going to be allowed out of their houses unless they're going to the grocery or a pharmacy or to see a doctor. Now, I don't know how much stricter that really is to how things are here right now, but the point is that I don't know how it's going to get better. Locking people down isn't going to make things better. You have a crisis in many areas of the country. Have problems with people getting into hospitals all over. You have people that are basically reliant on others for food, and yet they're talking about opening up Pattaya. I don't get it. They're so worried about the tourism. Worry about the vaccines. Get the people vaccinated. I don't get it. I really don't. And then when the Prime Minister comes out and says, 2 to 3 weeks, 4 at the most, the COVID crisis will be over. I don't think it will be. I hope I'm wrong. But guess what? I haven't been wrong all that often. And it's kind of like the George Costanza method of deduction. If I think, I should believe this guy, it's going to be over in 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 4 at the most, then I just say, no, I want to go with the opposite. It's not going to happen. So when it comes to Thailand and the Thai government, I always say opposite. It's going to be opposite. If they say things are going to be great, it's only going to take 2 weeks, we're going to get everybody vaccinated, I automatically say, no, it's going to take 2 months, if that. It might take longer. I just don't have any belief in the Thai government, or really any other government. But I can tell you that many Thais that I've talked to have told me that they are losing hope, and they have no hope in the government. They do not believe in their government. That's what I've been told. And with any crisis, when food becomes an issue, when simply eating or feeding your kids becomes an issue, then things go south very, very quickly. And I don't know what's going to happen here, and I hope that enough vaccines come in the next couple of months that you start to see a turn for the better, but I don't see it happening. I really don't. So he is concerned. He's concerned about the public's use of antigen test kits. He says he's not sure whether they know how to use them properly. Supposedly he said this. Reportedly he said this. Now, I don't know, but I would think just like any other medical kit, medical medicine, whatever it might be, if it says take 2 pills 3 times a day, once with breakfast, once with lunch, once with dinner, people can follow that. If the test kit tells them how to test, hopefully it's done to where people understand. They make it easy. I would think they would, so I'm not sure. I don't have one of the kits, and nor do I want to buy one. But I don't know why he's so concerned about that. I think the concern should be about people eating and businesses going away forever and people getting desperate. When you see a high number of suicides and you see everything that's going on, I don't know that tourism is the best answer. It might seem like it. Hey, yeah, get all the tourists coming back, and then all the businesses will start opening up again. No, I don't think that's how it's going to work. I think what will happen is if the cases are rising and they're not fully vaccinated, the locals are not vaccinated, fully vaccinated, I think what's going to happen is people are going to continue to get sick, and what they're going to do is they're going to say, we're just going to lock it down. Or it's either that or they're just going to go, hey, you know what, we throw our hands up. If you're vaccinated, you can come in now. Thailand is open. And I don't see that happening either. So I don't know what's going to happen. This is the whole thing. It's still very uncertain. And all you can do is do what you want to do, which is if you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. If you believe in it, go ahead, believe in it. But if you don't, that's on you. Everything's, it's a personal decision, but it may affect other people that are around you. So I think you should think about this long and hard. But this country is not in a good way. And I know a lot of people trying to poo-poo the negativity. They're trying to say, oh, it's not that bad. Oh, come on. No, it is bad. I've seen it in several areas. I've been to, let me think here, seven areas of Thailand in the last year. 8 areas, including Ayutthaya. And none of them looked good. And the last time I was out was about 4 months ago. And that was in Phuket, in Railay, in Krabi, in Khao Lak. And none of those were places that you would say, wow, this place is kicking. Now, I know there are some areas where things are not that bad. They're better. Some places are better than others. But on the whole, this country is in trouble. And until people get vaccinated, and they are willing to get vaccinated, Thais are willing to get vaccinated, but there's not enough vaccines right now. So until this gets done, I can't see how things are going to get better in a couple of weeks, and I definitely don't see how tourists coming to the country are going to fix it. It's a quick fix. It's give us a chunk of money real quick in a month or two, and then we're going to have to lock down all over again. I mean, even Phuket is over the number that they set as the maximum number of cases per week. They've already exceeded it, and yet they're not going to shut down. So I don't know what's going on. And I'm very hesitant to do more than just speculate. I mean, this is an opinion. My comments are an opinion and opinions. That's all they are. And we all know what opinions are like. I think that if you look at how things have been going, and you look at the past history of how governments have dealt with things, this is a terrible situation. That's the only way I know how to put it. It's really terrible, and I would say, really, I would say that it's, to me, it is not completely a surprise. As I said, if you know how the Thai government operates, and you've looked at their history, you know that they are not always the most efficient. And so, for that reason, I think Thailand is going to have a hard time for, say, at least the next 6 to 9 months. I'd say 9 months. At least 9 months, if not a year and a half. That's my prediction. A year and a half. And things will be semi-normal again. A year and a half. And by semi-normal, that doesn't mean you don't have to wear masks. You can go anywhere you want and there's no restrictions. That's not what I mean. I'm using the word semi for a reason. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Please remember to click like, to share, and subscribe. And look down in the description. There's a host of ways to help support the channel. And until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di leo jerken mai. That's good luck. And until next time, see you later.